What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lil Corey, one of yo, here with Just Talk, aka What's the Meaning, bud? Hey, look, so man, it's the intro video. This right here is just a video of me just letting y'all know what Just Talk WTM, aka What's the Meaning, bud? What it's all about, man. So look, this is a little podcast that I'm starting up. So look, before we hop into the video, y'all go ahead and do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share the video. Now back right into it. We finna hop right into the topics, man. Let's go. So what is Just Talk WTM, aka What's the Meaning? Hey, so this right here is just originally it came from the idea of what's the meaning. One thing about me, if you didn't know, I'm very in tune with purpose in life. So I believe that we all have gifts that was given to us and we all supposed to use the gifts. So I have a business named Purposeful Lives Operations, and it's just basically dedicated to helping people find their gifts. And I'm into the music industry, but also just different kind of platform when it comes to just shows. I guess it's just on social media, or just in general. Like, I'm still discovering everything about how I'm gonna help people develop their gifts and stuff like that. Cause man, I got so many different ideas. As you can see, like the podcast just came about. I started up a course a minute ago about. I started up a boot camp like a while ago, and it was basically to help people in the music industry because I've been highly focused on music for my entire life. So basically, I was helping producers. I was looking forward to helping videographers, audio engineers, and just developing people like that, teaching them different skills, letting them get a taste of working with each other and stuff like that. That was the intentions behind the boot camp. But I have the recording studio, PLO recording studio, which we're in right now, one of the locations where I'm just here with artists working on a sound, allow for them to put their gifts into the world through music and stuff like that. I recorded music videos for different artists. It just goes on and goes on basically just people using their gifts and displaying them to the world. So like I said, I'm very intentional with everything that I do. And it's just like WTM is perfect because it's like, okay, cool. Now you're doing these different things, but what's the meaning? Why are you doing it? So originally from WTM, I want to be able to give artists a platform and different businesses a platform, small businesses, or hopefully one day I can get sponsorships by some great brands. But just right now, just providing people a platform where they could display their talent, their gifts, talk about what they do. And so hopefully we could just all grow together that way. It's like artists could get on here and get an interview and just, talk about their life or why they're doing music. And then we could get into the just talk part where that part is just simply about just talking. I want to be able to provide a platform for people to be able to talk about what they do. But also I want to be able to get on here and just talk a little bit of trash. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like talk about different topics and subjects with a variety of businesses, artists, or even just people in general. So therefore it's Just Talk WTM. You feel me? So that's pretty much what Just Talk WTM is. So why podcast next in my career, especially with me coming from just a music industry background? I say podcast next in my career is honestly, it's just giving me a platform to be able to use my speaking ability, encourage other people, inspire them, and just get them a little bit of my perspective, because I feel like just as a young man, way before the age that I am now, just especially the age that I am now, that I've just always had a great foundation behind me, with me knowing God at a young age and me just educating myself constantly and consistently, that I grew to the point where I'm now an example and a leader to a lot of men out here. Like, I'm setting the bar. I really set the bar in my life. And I'm not just saying this just because I feel this way. Like, I know I do different things and I've accomplished different things in my own life. But just speaking with other people, they just saying, like, I really like the way you speak and you talk about different subjects. And, you know, so me just getting comfortable with the camera and basically just learning to use my speaking ability comfortably in front of the camera. So this kind of just give me the ability to speak on some of the knowledge that I gained over the years, as far as just different situations, different books that I read or different experiences that I've had growing up. And then just give me the ability to speak about God and some of the truths out of the Bible that I've learned and I've discovered and I've studied and, you know, practice and stuff like that. It's just give me a platform to be able to just be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I love music, and I talk a lot of my stuff in my music, and I put some perspectives out there of life in my music. I make encouraging music, clean music, uh, hip hop slash some of it be hip hop slash gospel music. But this right here is just a whole nother level of me just being able to speak to the world and offer myself as a as an example of a young man following Christ and just going along with the journey. So yeah, that's why a podcast is pretty much next for me in my career. So what are some of the expectations that I expect from starting up this podcast? Honestly, I already just expect I expect for the podcast to do well. Like, me being transparent about the podcast is honestly like it's a visionary type thing. A lot of times, like, this is my domain, my studio, and I connect with God a lot. Um, Through the studio, I come down here. It's like my man cave. Honestly, it's where I get to be myself, and listen to God. And act of obedience is me starting up this podcast, me being transparent. So I expect for him and my hard work for this platform to get a pretty decent size. I expect some. I just got some great expectations with it. Things that I'm expecting. I'm expecting minor setbacks. Um, I already didn't experience some of them already, so I'm already knowing that it's not gonna be like an easy path for me to go ahead and you know, basically, like, things in life, they aren't always easy. So I know that this is gonna be like a long term thing. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna just blow up overnight one day, even though that could possibly happen. But you know, that's just some of my expectations with it. I expect for it to impact people, be very impactful. I I believe that this platform can be very impactful and honestly help a lot of different people. Help the artists that I'm helping out, the businesses that I'm helping out, and I'm basically promoting, and just give people different knowledge that can help them through the journey. Like, some of the topics we're gonna talk about is so crazy. Um, so yeah, that's some of the expectations that I have from the podcast. Um, so this right here was just pretty much like cool, my main questions, and then we have a section on the podcast where we pretty much go into the Fury Bucket of Truth, man, and this is where it could get some crazy questions put in here, or just some of the just some of the additional questions out of the bucket of truth, Fury Bucket of Truth. So we finna go ahead and dive into the Fury Bucket of Truth, man. So let's see what we got coming up. We got, what is some of the biggest fears and why? Man, some of my biggest fears and why when it comes to starting up this podcast is pretty much Man, I would just say like I don't really got too many fears when it kind of starting up this podcast. I kind of know them. I kind of see here I am. I'm always being positive. I'm so freaking positive mindset. I'm about to get into ways how I can overcome all of the barriers and stuff like that I may face when they may arise when it comes to this podcast. But just some of the truthful fears is probably only thing that I see is just people just messing up my equipment. Something like that crazy happening or I'm really not fearful. Like I'm really not fearful towards it. I'm really excited towards it. Um, but I'll say just some contract issues. Me disappointing my audience, like, oh, I'm supposed to upload something this week, and then somebody who I interview or something like that just gets tripping about the releasing of the content, even though I have, you know, or just something like that, or yeah, just stuff like that, simple stuff like that. We're gonna get to the next question. This is basically what I just was talking on. It say, how do you feel about people who record then don't want to post? Oh my god, like that's so irritating. Like, how you gonna come in here, allow for me to turn on my camera, turn on my mics, do all the behind the scene production stuff, set up dead in front of your face. You come into the area where my podcast is, and we film a whole 10 to 30-minute video, however long the video is. And then you get self-conscious about it and say, oh, now you want to say, oh, you don't want for me to post the content after I done just worked hard. I'm not working for free. And then right now I'm not even charging people to come on my platform. So it's like, this basically free promotion. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna get to the point where I know my rights when it comes to owning my camera capturing footage, and I'm gonna use my right to that this footage is mine, and I'm gonna post. Some people face battles and challenges all the time, and I may have to bring about contracts when it comes to that type of stuff too. But I'm not gonna let nobody who just self conscious for whatever reason allow for the enemy to try to break up my promises that I'm bringing to my fans and my audience. Honestly, that's how I feel about that. Do you think you're gonna get lots of money off your podcast? Absolutely. I'm gonna keep it 100%. I think that this is a platform not only to glorify God, help out small businesses and bigger businesses and artists, but also to help out my family with YouTube and just passive income when it comes to YouTube, brand deals. I'm thinking big with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rocking Adidas right now. They not paying me, but in the future maybe they will. Maybe I may get a Adidas contract or a Nike contract or Stanley cup contract, like something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking forward to marketing some big businesses or even some smaller businesses, and even people paying me to come onto my platform. If a business want to come onto my platform once it's big enough and know that it's gonna be like promotion, you could give me 1,000 or something like that, and I'm gonna run my ass behind it as well to make sure we get as much views as possible. So it's not gonna all go in my pocket. It's gonna go towards promotion. Video quality is high. Conversations lit and vibing. High vibrations all around. You feel me? So yeah, I'm expecting to make some coins off of it. I'm not doing it for free, even though I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still just a way for me to get on here and just be myself and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? This is the last question in the Fury Bucket of Truth, so we're going to see what it is. It's plans for the future with your podcast. Honestly, man, the plans is endless. When it comes to me, I'm a visionary. I could start off with something very small, and I have expectations for in the future. Things that I start off, with hard work, it's just pretty much, them just to get bigger. I know right now in this journey that I'm facing, it's like 4 in the morning right now. I expect for me taking the little steps of getting off work, coming downstairs and putting work in. You know what I'm saying? Like no sleep, no slacking, no lacking. And with that mindset and with that hard work and dedication, I have big plans for the future. When it comes to just anything and everything that I do, everything start off small, but it's the work and amount of time that you put into it that make it get bigger and grow. So that's pretty much just my plans for the future. Is just continue to grow, continue to invite beautiful people on here who could speak knowledge and wisdom into the world. To me, we could plant seeds into each other and our audience and just grow together, as this is a promotion platform for artist businesses, big businesses and small, whatever genre, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of wide right now. We'll narrow it down in the future to what my audience like. Y'all gonna decide the main content that I'm gonna post. But right now, the key step is obedience. And my main idea is just talk what's the meaning, man. We could just get on here and vibe. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for watching the video. That's the end of this, man. So this the intro video to Just Talk WTM, aka What's the Meaning? So, man, look, if y'all enjoyed the video, go ahead and share it with your friends. Share it at least 10 times with 10 different friends on different social media platforms. And just show your boy some love. Comment, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I just appreciate y'all. And I see y'all in the next video, man. Like, let's do it. Hey.